I'm 46, a single dad who raised my daughter Sophie, now 26, basically on my own after her mom, Rachel, bailed when Sophie was just 5 years old. Yeah, Rachel just straight up left us. No fight, no warning. One day she said she needed space, and the next day she was gone. I learned the real reason later, but we'll get to that. So, there I was, left holding the bag, trying to figure out how to raise a little girl alone. It wasn't easy, but I did it. I worked long hours, made sure Sophie had everything she needed, and showed up for all the little and big moments in her life. For 12 years, it was just the two of us. Sophie was my whole world. I was there for every scraped knee, school project, heartbreak, and triumph. She'd ask about her mom now and then, especially as she got older. Where is she? Why did she leave? Was it my fault? That last one broke me every time. No, sweetheart, it wasn't your fault. Your mom loves you. She just needed to go somewhere else. I never bad-mouthed Rachel, even though I wanted to. I figured Sophie would figure it out one day. Then, when Sophie turned 17, Rachel came back. It was a Saturday afternoon. I was outside mowing the lawn while Sophie was upstairs studying for a history test. The doorbell rang. I figured it was a delivery or neighbor. But there she was, Rachel, standing at my door, expensive purse, manicured nails, dressed like she was on her way to brunch. "Lucas," she said with that fake sweet smile, like we were just catching up. Before I could react, Sophie came downstairs and froze. "Mom," she whispered. Rachel lit up and opened her arms. Sophie ran into them, and they hugged like she hadn't been gone for 12 years. Meanwhile, I stood there feeling like a damn outsider in my own house. It wasn't just a quick visit. Rachel came back with a whole new version of the past, one where I was the controlling villain and she was the brave mother who had to escape. She claimed she stayed away because she didn't feel safe. Worse, Sophie started believing her. Not outright, but the questions started. Why didn't you let mom come back? Why didn't you try harder to find her? Like I was the gatekeeper all along. And then came Mark, Rachel's new husband. He was quiet, overly polite, and Rachel painted him as the ultimate stepdad sent from heaven to fill the gaps I apparently left. Sophie started seeing them as a complete family. I became the shadow, the guy who kept the lights on but didn't matter anymore. One day she asked, "Is it true you didn't want mom around?" I nearly broke down. "No, Sophie, your mom left. I didn't stop her. I didn't even know where she went." She nodded, but I could see it. Doubt. After everything, she doubted me. Years passed. Sophie met Nathan, a solid guy. I liked him. When she got engaged, I was thrilled. I thought maybe this was our chance to reconnect. I imagined helping with the wedding, walking her down the aisle. I'd saved up a bit and offered to help with expenses. At first, Sophie seemed excited to include me. Then Rachel and Mark started inserting themselves again, suggestions about flowers, venues, dresses. And Sophie just let them. Then came the dinner. We were at this old diner we used to go to when she was little. Nostalgic. Happy. Then she dropped the bomb. "Dad, I've been thinking. I want Mark to walk me down the aisle." I froze. "Mark," I repeated. She looked down. "He's been important to me these past few years. And mom thought it would be meaningful." There it was again, mom thought. I kept my voice neutral. "Okay." She looked relieved. "It's not about replacing you." No. Then what the hell was it? When I got home, I sat alone thinking, did I fail her? Did I not love her enough? But no, I knew the truth. This was Rachel playing the long game. So, I made a choice. If I wasn't good enough to walk her down the aisle, I wasn't good enough to help pay for the wedding. I told Sophie the next day, "I love you, but I can't support something that pushes me aside." She replied, "I understand," like I was the villain. Rachel called days later, sugary sweet. "Lucas, why aren't you helping anymore?" "Emily's upset." "Well," I said, "maybe she should have thought about that before replacing me." "You're being dramatic," she sneered. "It's not about you." "No," I said, "it's always been about you, Rachel." I'm done playing along. Things got worse. Sophie stopped calling. Rachel and Mark took center stage. My name, removed from the program. No father-daughter dance. No speech. Just a family table seat with distant relatives. In the final blow, they said my speech would be awkward, since Mark was walking her down the aisle. Wouldn't want to overshadow him. I knew then, I wasn't just being pushed aside. I was being erased. So, I didn't go to the wedding. Laura, my sister, warned me, you'll regret this. No, I said, what I'd regret is sitting there while someone else pretends to be her dad. Rachel started the smear campaign. Calls from family started pouring in. You're ruining her day. Just one day, Lucas. But it wasn't just one day. It was years of disrespect. On the day of the wedding, I stayed home. Cleaned the garage, organized the shed. Laura texted later. You missed a show. Rachel gave a speech about how Mark stepped up as a dad. Not a word about you. Figures. But even then, I didn't regret it. I kept my dignity. Later that week, I did something I never imagined. I changed my will. I called my lawyer and removed Sophie as my beneficiary. I left everything to Charity and to Laura. If she wanted Mark to be her dad, then he could shoulder that title, even after I was gone. Word got out, fast. Sophie called. What the hell is this? She yelled. You cut me out of your will. I think you know why, I said calmly. You're punishing me. No, I'm setting boundaries. You made your choice. I'm making mine. But you're my dad. Actions speak louder, Sophie. You didn't just include Mark, you replaced me. She went quiet, then accused me of being unfair. Said I was abandoning her. But I wasn't. I was protecting myself. Then came the unraveling. Rachel's lies finally caught up to her, thanks to Laura. At a family gathering, Laura had enough. So, Sophie, she asked, do you really believe all that crap your mom's been spreading? What are you talking about? That your dad was controlling. That's why Rachel left. That's what she told me. She's lying. And then Laura dropped the truth. Rachel had an affair, got pregnant, left because she couldn't face the fallout. Your dad never told you because he didn't want to break your heart. He raised you while she disappeared. Sophie turned pale. It spread fast. Rachel tried denying it, but the web broke down. Even Mark was blindsided. He packed up and left Rachel shortly after. Suddenly, Sophie wasn't so sure about the story she believed. Then, one day, there was a knock. I opened the door. Sophie. Hi, Dad, she said, eyes puffy. Can we talk? I let her in. I messed up, she said. I let Mom poison everything. I replaced you. I'm sorry. I let her talk. Then I asked, why now? Why only when it all falls apart? I miss you, she whispered. But it wasn't enough. You didn't just hurt me. You broke my trust. Is there no way back? I don't know, I said. But right now, I need space. I need to heal. She nodded and left. And Rachel, alone, divorced, exposed. I'm not saying this has been easy. It still hurts. But I've learned something. Sometimes the best thing you can do is walk away.